Good evening. Good evening. I'm used to going live at nighttime. I should say good morning. Let me wipe my screen down real quick. Forgot to give it a little something. Nice. Good morning. Good. Is this thing on? Nice. Hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Welcome for the first time. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. It's nice to see you guys. I'm your host, Keith, the man of letters. Here to bring you knowledge, information, of course, and a bit of entertainment. I'm happy to see you guys here. Thank you for spending your time and your energy and yourselves here at the spot. Ooh, I should tell everyone that we're live, actually, on the YouTube channel. I had a dream last night. I had a dream. Sundays, Saturday nights seem to be a good night for dreaming. And Saturday is the day of Saturn, and you guys know how everyone feels about Saturn, which has been coming up a lot lately. And it was a doom and destruction dream too, so what better way than to have a doom and destruction dream on a Saturday night on an eclipse in Capricorn, who's also supposed to be Saturn, the goat man, the Satan dude. Wow. That last part I didn't put together prior to this, but curious. Is it not? Is that not curious? All right, let's see. Any other things? Any other housekeeping stuff I should hit before? Or will we call it? Last part I didn't put together prior to this, but Black Goddess, Richie Breathe, Janice, Abel, good morning. Yesenia, how's it going? Audio's broken? There we go. I had the wrong audio input. Sorry about that. Great. Now that we've lost everyone to the beginning of the video after we post this. Oh well. Yesenia, Black Goddess, Dragon, Salavi, how's it going, everybody? What I was saying is I had an apocalyptic dream on a Saturday, which is Saturn's day, on the Capricorn Full Moon. Capricorn is also Saturn dominated, right? Capricorn is, and Saturn / Capricorn are both supposed to represent Satan to some degree, right? Capricorn is the goat, horned goat dude. And it was an eclipse, which is traditionally known as some heavy shit. At least the natives would hide from the eclipses because they weren't too fond of them. Bummer. Well, you guys ready for the dream? Without further ado, the card that already fell out as I was shuffling was the Lord of Sorrow. So if that's any, I don't know. We were supposed to have been paying attention to what was going on in the dreams last night because it was a portal. We're closest to Pleiadian, so be that as it may. The dream took place on all of planet Earth. The article, I don't know what article you're talking about, Dragon Horizon. We're not You guys all good with the audio still? Can you still hear everything? Ooh, Black Goddess says audio's fine. Okay, so here's the dream. I was I actually don't remember much of it, but the earth was, I'm recording a song right now. And in the dream, I heard the song that I'm recording playing on the radio. And I was super bummed because I thought, damn, someone jacked my song, produced it, put it out. And then my second thought was, I was excited because everyone loved the song. I was like, oh, well, damn, the homie jacked my shit, but at least everyone loves it. Because it was exactly how I had written the song. He didn't change the lyrics, the whole song. The whole thing was the same. But I was stoked that everyone loved it because I was just happy that everyone loved my song. And then the world started shaking and the sky, the wind was blowing. It was like raining and thunder and lightning and shit. It was like a huge storm. And then the ground started splitting. And we started falling into the earth. And the earth turned to lava. Like the fissures opened up into oceans of lava underneath our feet. And people started falling in and shit. And those that didn't fall in, the storm was sort of like blowing them across the surface of the earth. It was pretty intense. They keep messing with you. I know they do. What up, Elizabeth? Nice to see you. Good morning. Welcome back. It's been a while. But so there's supposed to be a split in timelines. Like I said, the Pleiadian, is that the link you're asking for? The Pleiadian star cluster is supposed to be at its closest point, which was last night, and it was some kind of Pleiadian gate thing that was opening up. Well, I don't know what that means as far as some people will go and some people will stay. I know we read that CIA document that was released actually years ago, but for some reason it's finally making its way around mainstream, about the astral projector who visited Mars roughly 1 million years ago and met with the race who was there and described their world being destroyed, a huge sort of electrical storm that was blowing across the planet, and the extinction of their species. What if that's happening again? It's like, let it happen already. I know, right? No, it's not my first lava dream. Man, if you guys remember my last lava dream, it was wild. It was a little different though. The earth was cracking and blood was pouring through the cracks of the earth. Is that the one you're talking? No, you're talking about the other one with the lava coming up from the caverns. Maybe that's the one you guys. I have a lot of end of the world dreams. A lot. That's why I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it's a premonition because it's like, for all I know, the sort of chaos could have been from the fireworks that were going off all night last night. My entire neighborhood, every block, multiple houses on every block, they were shooting mortars off all night. It was, I don't know if you guys saw the images on the news of LA with the friggin' fireworks going everywhere. It was like that. I live a little bit north of LA, like half an hour north of Malibu. But anywho, that could have been it. But it is interesting that it fell upon the Capricorn Full Moon, which was also Saturn's day, Saturday, during the lunar eclipse, which is sort of a bad omen, traditionally speaking. So maybe something's going to happen this time, you guys. You never know. The Nishi Noshima volcano. Volcano erupted in Japan? Oh, the CIA document. I don't have the document pulled up. Google it. Just Google CIA documents on astral projection. They're out there. Mine was sent as a link through my cell phone. So I pulled it up through a link on my cell phone, not on my computer when I read it. Which means I don't know how to find it off the top of my head. I'd have to do some hunting. But there was an article on remote viewing with Ingo Swann, where he was able to sort of pinpoint underground bases and draw maps of islands that didn't even exist on the maps out in the Indian Ocean. And the second article was they took an astral projector and gave him a sealed envelope, and he was supposed to access the sealed envelope instructions and to see back in time to Mars at different geographic locations on the planet, which he was able to do successfully, and it was pretty neat. We did a live reading on that the other night. It was really cool, super cool. I'll probably do another one of those tonight. Read more of those CIA release texts on remote viewing and astral projection. Kanye running for president. That could have been it. Kanye running for president. Check this out. Kanye is a huge supporter of Donald Trump. With the sort of social justice warrior war that's going on right now, it's sort of Democrats versus Republican. It's always Democrats versus Republican, which is probably the most successful farce that the reptilians have in order to keep humans fighting each other, even more so than race war in America. I would say it's Democrat versus Republican. Anywho, Trump's getting slammed. So if Kanye's running and Kanye and Trump are homies, that tells me that he might be getting the torch passed to Kanye. Or you can look at it as total code and break down Trump's name and Kanye's name and all that stuff, which is helpful too. But from a physical as above, so below level, I think Trump's passing the torch to Kanye. Tay TV, yeah. It's not necessarily that crazy. So Tay TV says it's crazy to think that the alien guy he met, the astral projection dude, met an alien on Mars a million years ago. He felt as if the alien thought his presence was a hallucination. And that story actually corroborates, is that the word, with a lot of other astral projectors who say they visit places like the dark side of the moon, and the entities are to a point where they have a more keen sense of perception, and they can tell if someone is astral projecting there. And there's actually active systems in place to keep people from astral projecting into their labs and into their things and whatnot. So it doesn't surprise me that these advanced beings that lived a million years ago were able to pick up this guy as he was peeping in on them. Even if he didn't understand fully what it was, to at least be able to perceive that something was there is interesting, you know? And lines up with all the other stories of astral projection. It would be like appointing Michael Jordan as the Grand Wizard of the KKK. That would be the ultimate plot twist. Do you remember anything else from your dream? Yeah, the dream started with me being at my house. I moved from Santa Barbara back to my childhood home. I was sort of forced out, and I was bummed, but at the same time it was refreshing because I didn't have a car. I didn't have to worry about driving anywhere. I didn't have to worry about anything. It was like I was back home as a child, but as an adult. I remember my dad was cooking dinner in the kitchen downstairs. It was raining outside. It was a very wholesome feeling dream, and then it went into me hearing someone jacking my song, and then it went into the world fissuring and lava spewing up from the depths of the abyss. Yes, Kanye is going to win. The numbers add up. It's definitely code. Yeah. The Kanye thing's weird. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that we hired a celebrity to be our president. It's not that big of a deal. We had a celebrity as a president 50 years ago with Ronald Reagan. Right? Ronald Reagan was a famous movie star. He was an actor, which is really the only reason why he became president, because we worship celebrities, and anything a celebrity does, people are all about. Whether it's your favorite celebrities to hate or your favorite celebrities to love. Like, Beyonce could run for president, you know what I mean? And everyone would vote for her just because she's Beyonce, and that's it. We worship Beyonce. People like Beyonce. I think we even worship people like Beyonce to an unnatural, unhealthy degree. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of... I don't care who it is. To worship someone just because they're on TV all the time doesn't strike me as something necessary. Jay-Z and these sort of power couples that you see across the news, and the power couples that you see across the media, regardless of their race, gender, ethnicity, or whatever. It's dangerous waters. It's dangerous to celebrate people simply because they're being celebrated. You know what I mean? That's we even named a term for it. We call it starstruck, and it's sort of like we are struck by someone only because of how famous they are. Find yourself sitting on a bus next to your favorite celebrity, and it's like, oh my god, it's Beyonce. You're only starstruck because of the fame they have, you know what I mean, for the most part. So it makes it easier to manipulate people. It makes it easier to create buzz, like Kanye. It's really easy to sort of shake up the pot in the country if Kanye was running for president, to sort of... The pattern seems to be chaos, order, chaos, order, chaos, order. Introduce a piece of chaos, and then introduce the antidote to chaos, which is order. And then as soon as things are good, they introduce a bit of fucking chaos to sort of throw a wrench in things. Then everyone goes crazy, and then they introduce the savior. They introduce the virus, and then introduce the cure. You know, sort of thing. Or not even the cure. It's more like introduce the virus, and then introduce the quote-unquote cure, but really it's just a covert way of control and manipulation. You know what I mean? That's the idea of alchemists, is to rise above the swing of that pendulum that is chaos, order, chaos, order, chaos, order. Instead of being tethered to that pendulum, we become free of it. We are no longer at the mercy of the matrix, but we find ourselves in positions of creating the matrix, our own sort of matrix. I should say co-creating. I don't want to be one of those people that preaches, you're the only person that influences the world. Like, all that matters is you. Because the truth is, you're not the only person that matters. I hate to break it to you. I hate to crush the ego, because I am for ego most of the time. But in this case, I don't think it is all about you and creating your own world, because there's fucking 7 billion people on the planet, and we all have our own thoughts. We all have our own actions, and all of those thoughts and actions influence our unified consciousness, our global consciousness. You know what I mean? So it would be silly to say that you're the only person that influences your world. That would be the case if you were the only one living in this world. You know what I mean? Hello, Kalis. Nice to see you. Where we at? Thop. Kimberly had crazy dreams. Especially when they're doing blatant rituals. I know, man. I know. I don't trust any celebrity at the top. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I do not trust any celebrity. Even if they're not at the top. Even if they're like halfway up the ladder, I'm still like, nah. Nah. I like the people that are slaying, that are quiet about it. I'm not saying that's how you should be. I'm not saying you should be quiet about your slay. I guess I appreciate the people who slay behind the scenes. It's always been my favorite. It's always been my favorite, people who just do what they do because they know it's what they should be doing. And they just love to see beautiful, well done things come together for the greater good. You know what I mean? That touch on the aesthetically pleasing, that touch on the humanitarianly pleasing, that aren't boastful or showy about it, or who don't flaunt how wonderful they are all over the place. You know, it's refreshing. I guess that's what it is for me. It's refreshing, especially with today, especially with me being on YouTube. It's like half of me wants to be more successful because that's on social media, because that's how I'll get the bills paid for, and that's how I'll be able to pursue this aesthetically pleasing humanitarian world. But then you get caught up in that game, you know what I mean? You get caught up in that competition. You get caught up in the always having to have the right thing to say all the time, having the answers to everything all the time. It's a strange world, this social media world, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a strange world to be in. Alas, it is dark, but it is also light. Anywho, I want to do a card pull for that dream last night, and for any of you guys who had wild ass dreams last night too. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and just make that change. Starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah. Damn, don't get me started on that song, man. I'll do it. I'll sing that whole thing right here, right now. Oh yeah, celebrities are living their own version of imprisonment too. To sell your essence for attention and clout seems alluring, but that's why a lot are dead inside. They aren't living authentic experiences. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well said, VL. I want to make that point clear too. That I would bet. Actually, I take that back. Because there's been some things going around lately that the people who are the 1%, the top celebrities, don't follow a human genetic ancestry. And their genetic line predisposes them to thrive off of chaos and darkness and what would it be? The darkness. We'll just say the darkness. They thrive. They have a genetic predisposition to thrive off of the darkness, so they can be as they are but still enjoy their life, if that makes sense, at least in their current embodiment, as their current ego lens that they're holding on the planet. But yeah, your average human, your average well-meaning, good-souled that does want the best for themselves and for mankind, and are happy not going to war with each other because they have a disagreement on what God they worship in the sky. You know what I mean? Which is 99% of humanity. Don't get it twisted. The majority of humans, despite the news, are not racist. They're not sexist. They're not bigots. They're not warmongers. They're not ideology prone and closed-minded. The majority of people that I've come across in this world, from the countries I've been to, from all over the country, this country that I've been to, and the countries outside and the rest of the world that I've been to, Jesus Christ, they're all good people, man. it's a stupid majority are good people, and those folk can't survive the celebrity lifestyle. They will get eaten up, devoured, and spit out. Their soul will be tarnished and destroyed. Don't forget that. So be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. At all times, be careful what you wish for. That's not to say don't. Oh, I kind of want to end this video right now and start another one, because there's something I really want to talk about, but I want to give it its own video so people know where to go to see it. I really do. It's really important, actually. It has to do with making money and how the 1% that doesn't include the good people can manipulate the rest of us into living ridiculous paradigms when it comes to money, when it comes to success, and how it is that you want to live your life when it's the clearest version in your head, if that makes sense. You fell asleep listening to the Emerald Tablets reading? Nice. It's been a while since I've done that myself. Succeed. Interesting. True idolization occurs, Kalis says, when an individual has suppressed a positive aspect of themselves they desperately want in their life. They believe they can only get externally. They identify with that aspect. Ooh. Damn, that sounds like something I'd see verbatim out of like a advanced psychology book. That was well said, Kalis. Nice. Bailar. It was / is. I'm Capricorn, so I'm taking notes. I have a lot of Capricorn friends, and they've been really good friends in the past. Really good friends, actually. Reading through you guys' comments. Skibidi-spoo. The next dimension, you're back with this long name. You've been Chakra. Final 2 real. All right. Okay. I study cognitive science. Ooh. Nice. All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to end this video right now. Oh, I didn't. Let me pull a card. Let me pull. No, we already. Should we still? I say yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. No. Moving on up. Okay. Sit tight. I'm starting another video in like 25 seconds. All right, you guys, and I'm gonna go over something. All right, give me a sec. I'll be right back.